What do you think of the decision to sell? What do you think of the decision to sell the 15 council houses? What's your take on that?
Were you there last night?
Unfortunately not. No, I couldn't make it. I wish I would.
Well, I'll be very clear on that. That as long as the money is ring fenced and used to buy more houses,
absolutely,
then it's okay.
Okay.
But some of them I thought I was surprised that particularly the ones in Avonmouth that were.
Have you seen the video evidence of them? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen a video, but I hear that they're in good nick.
Yeah.
So
I have video evidence on my YouTube, as does Paul.
I can't comment specifically, but on the certainly on there are certain flats and across the city and houses that the council shouldn't be owning.
No, absolutely not.
And when I was elected in my ward, I found 3 flats worth over $250,000 each.
Oh, really? Okay.
Empty.
So what would you plan to do if you were elected on the 5th? What would you do to combat homelessness? So what would your first action to help the homeless?
First action is we're going to build a lot of houses.
Okay. And what about the buildings
I get a lot of abuse
now?
from everybody in red for saying it, but
what about the houses that we have empty right now?
We need to bring those back into use, or we need to dump them and get the money. Because if they're not practical, we'll sell them.
Sell them as well.
But I know you don't want me to sell them, but ultimately with any landlord, and when you've got as many properties as the council has, you're constantly rotating stock. I said this last night, and that is good responsible property management, whether you like it or not. Ultimately we need to produce enough homes so everybody's got one.
Absolutely.
And that is my target, and whoever however we do it doesn't matter as long as we do it.
Okay.
So that is the target.
So say with these empty buildings again, what is your plan to open these buildings?
It depends on the finances of reopening them. If they're going to cost a fortune to reopen, then we're going to have to look at what we can do with them to make them usable or to realise the money, the capital. But and I don't believe in just selling stuff for the sake of selling it. But I do believe that if it's too expensive to regenerate it, or it's impractical and not what people want, then we might as well take the money and invest it in what people do want.
Okay.
But any sales, the money must be ring fenced and kept within the housing service.
I completely agree. The money that has been raised, even though I'm completely against the auction, as I was at the protest and I also reported it as the media weren't interested.
Some of the media were there, 24/7 were there.
Well, yeah, but
that was probably because of the George factor, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we got about, on BBC One and ITV, we got about 15 seconds, 30 seconds of protest where I put out a 9 to 10 minute video of the whole thing. This is what I'm Wiser reporting, by the way. I'm an independent journalist in Bristol. Literally just kind of starting out and just trying to, basically, I attended a hustings not long ago.
Which one?
It was the UWE one. I don't think you were there for this one.
No, I wasn't. No.
It was UWE, and basically I saw how easily George got riled, so it got me interested.
Yeah.
And obviously now I'm very into politics.
Where's Paul?
Paul is around. I'm going to interview him later on.
He was here just now.
He's just down there.
Yeah, but Paul's the expert in riling George.
Absolutely, yeah. We all ask.
And we all like riling George a little bit.
Absolutely.
So and that goes with the territory. And you guys all like having a go at me, and I respect that.
These guys love riling up George, don't they?
But I respect you for what you're doing.
But one of my arguments is, in Hengrove, it took Bristol City Council 30 plus years to build a hospital there.
Yeah, which is crap.
And George Ferguson and the council have promised council homes to be built there by 2016, and there's nothing there.
No, he hasn't done it.
And they promised us a refuse and recycle centre. George Ferguson said it would, to my face, that it would be here this year. I went to a council meeting 2 weeks later and they said it's not happening ever, and now he's saying that the council homes and the reuse centre will be here by 2020. Is it going to be this ongoing thing where we've got to wait another 30 years?
There is a bit of that, and that shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't. Why are they saying it now? Why don't they just do it?
Firstly, there's money. Secondly, there are everything. Yeah.
Millions of pounds.
I know, absolutely.
But
look, it's important I have a nice office to work in.
No, come on now, that's not true.
That's a joke, come on, mate.
It's saving them £50 million.
Well, it is. Okay, let me explain. The Bristol City Council, I was part of the plan to do this. We used to operate out of 32 office buildings as a council.
Right.
Okay.
So what was the point of City Hall then?
Hang on, that was one of 32. Okay. So that's one, and then behind it, Brunel House.
Yeah, that's the 32nd one. Yeah.
Brunel House behind it.
I used to clean for the council.
Yeah. Okay, Brunel House behind it was another one. All those buildings obviously incur rent, rates, overheads, cleaning, security, all that sort of stuff. So what they've done is they've got rid of 30 of those buildings, and we're going to end up with that one, the council house, and 100 Temple Street, and that is it. We are.
See,
I think about 3.
The other ones, another like little.
Well, they're all over the city. Some are little, some are small.
What about the £96 million that they're spending on the arena then?
That and Nicola Yates 20% pay rise. The arena and the pay rise that can make a massive
absolute
difference
scandal
for homeless and the housing crisis.
And the thing is, I mean, this housing crisis hasn't happened overnight. This has been going on for years and years and years.
Since the 80s, they've been selling off our council houses.
It's only now becoming apparent because
the elections.
Yeah, and because there's such a housing crisis. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I turn around and say to you guys that George has had.
Can I just say that politicians do have a track record of lying. Yeah.
Yep.
So why can you? What are you going to say?
Yeah.
That can make that to make us believe you.
Okay.
Believable.
Right.
Because you have to. It's all right saying it, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
You're also a conservative.
I respect that, and I'm a conservative, and you all hate conservatives. I know that. I respect, but I'm here. So lots of
dodgy Dave.
Yeah.
No, I'm not dodgy Dave. I'm
Charming Charles.
That's me. You said it, not me. But I promise you, I'm committed, and I'm absolutely straight. But let me say, you don't let me answer your question. I'll let you answer. Let me answer your question. I absolutely promise you that if I have never given anybody a line of crap, okay? Bullshit. I don't do it.
But that's what politicians do.
Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, what I do, and listen, I was elected on the council 3.5 years ago, so I've been on the council now for a bit. I will say yes or no. I won't tell you what you want to hear. That's not my style. Okay, now you don't need to believe that.
No, but
the proof will be in the pudding, and the only way I can prove that is if you elect me and give me a chance.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I admire your enthusiasm,
because genuinely, I will build more houses than Mr. Ferguson, Mr. Rees, and Mr.
They're all saying
that's what everyone's saying, but every single one of you, every single one of you have got a script. Yeah, the only person that really speak. We need a mayor for the people. What the people want,
listen to us and what
rather than the corporations.
Because in all fairness,
but the mayor has to be able to make decisions. We can't talk about it, and with respect.
But why? Why should it
will
not
you involve the people?
Bristol,
yes. You're paid for.
It should be about.
All you politicians, you are paid for.
It should be about what Bristol wants.
But we have to get things done.
Let Bristol decide.
Things don't get done if you talk about it.
Yes, but why? But the public weren't consulted during, say, with the RPZs, for example. The public were basically just ignored on all counts. And it's been imposed.
I don't want to get into RPZs. I'm pro RPZs. You probably know that. Yeah, more booze. Yeah, hang on a sec. But
do you actually want to get elected, or you just?
Do you know why I got elected? I got elected in my ward because I said we will have RPZs if I get elected. I got elected and we got RPZs in my ward. I wasn't concerned about the rest of the city.
If your ward want them, then that's fine.
That's why I got elected.
But the wards that don't want them, they shouldn't be forced on them.
Absolutely, I agree. And if you read my literature that I've put out all over this campaign, all of it says RPZs are great if the residents want them. If people don't want them, they shouldn't be made to have them.
But what I don't agree with though, all right, fair enough, put the RPZs in place around like central areas, because I mean people probably do get pissed off with people coming to park in.
Well, it was the all-day commuter parking was a real issue.
Should get them for free. Why should they have to pay to park on the road?
Okay, well let me tell you, blue badge holders should
be able to park wherever they need to.
Well, they can.
And residents should be able to park on their own street.
Absolutely.
Simple. It's pedestrianised. It's not going to happen, is it?
Hang on a second, mate. Let me. Yeah. Okay. I promise you, I'll talk to you. But the issue with blue badge holders, it's the small print. They can park anywhere because they can park on any double yellow line anywhere in the city. Okay, and there are double yellow lines at the end of every park, RPZ bay.
Yeah, but do you think that it's acceptable for a resident to have to pay to park on their own street?
Yes.
Would you pay? Would you pay to park on your own street?
I do. I live in my ward and I pay my 48 quid to park my car. I don't want to.
But you're rich though.
Ridiculous.
Shut up.
You belong to a rich party.
Yeah, exactly.
People like us can't afford 48 grand of our food bill.
No, well listen, the thing about the 48 quid, and this is where you don't let me answer your question. I want to answer your question.
Was the RPZ, was it about gentrification? So you're trying to get the rich people into the streets, so because only the rich people that can afford it.
Let's go.
Listen, the thing with the RPZ is it costs a lot of money to put it in. Okay, 7.5 million so far.
Left us 10 million in debt, yeah.
7.5.
Okay,
10.
All right, 10 is a good headline, but it's not 10. 7.5 or 8. It's that sort of figure.
Okay.
When that, I am committed to when that money is paid back to reduce that 48 quid to the lowest possible figure, which won't be 0 because we have to administer the system. But I think it will be about £10.
I just don't understand why people would vote and even like. To park on their own street is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
If I don't know where you live.
I live in Hartlepool, so it doesn't affect me.
My friend comes to visit me and got
I live in a deprived area, as you call it.
Where do you live?
Easton.
Okay, well that is a controversial.
I've got to pay for a permit for
RPZ.
my friends to visit me. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It is ridiculous. It's not like I don't see.
And I don't live there, none of my family.
I would like to stand in at this time